him hell, waving his fan. Bitch, you a fan. King Pain in the house, King Pain in the house. Hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. Okay, let's start the show. Let's go, lights, camera, action. Let's go, we ready, we shady. From the chat to the stage, hit like to engage. It's the king with the crown, put respect on his name. You're a critter, he's a winner. King Pain in the house, hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. King Pain in the house, King Pain in the house. Hit that light, drop them crowns. In the house, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never. A dusty bitch could never. He's the king around here. The king of the news, the king of the tea. Hot tea, real tea, hot key. He the best, low key. Y'all press, ringing his bell, giving him hell, waving his fan. Bitch, you a fan. King Pain in the house, King Pain in the house. Hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. Okay, let's start the show. Let's go, lights, camera, action. Let's go, we ready, we shady. From the chat to the stage, hit like to engage. It's the king with the crown, put respect on his name. You're a critter, he's a winner. King Pain in the house, hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. King Pain in the house, King Pain in the house. Hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. He's the king around here. The king of the news, the king of the tea. Hot tea, real tea, hot key. He the best, low key. Y'all press, ringing his bell, giving him hell, waving his fan. Bitch, you a fan. King Pain in the house, King Pain in the house. Hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. Okay, let's start the show. Let's go, lights, camera, action. Let's go, we ready, we shady. From the chat to the stage, hit like to engage. It's the king with the crown, put respect on his name. You're a critter, he's a winner. King Pain in the house, hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. King Pain in the house, King Pain in the house. Hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. He's the king around here. The king of the news, the king of the tea. Hot tea, real tea, hot key. He the best, low key. Y'all press, ringing his bell, giving him hell, waving his fan. Bitch, you a fan. King Pain in the house, King Pain in the house. Hit that light, drop them crowns, flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never, a dusty bitch could never. Okay, let's start the show. Let's go, lights, camera, action. Let's go, we ready, we shady from the chat to the stage. Hit like to engage, it's the king with the crown. Put respect on his name, you're a critter. He's a winner. King Pain in the house. Hit that like, drop them crowns. Flood the chat. A dusty bitch could never. A dusty bitch could never.
Like this video, like this video. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. My. It is the official King Pain show, guys. It is the home of the lituation. It is the littest place on earth. My. We've got a lot of things to get into. Like this video, like this video, like this video. A few disclaimers before we get started. This video is not made for kids. Ooh, hide your kids and hide your Wi-Fi. Lord, there's a whole lot of dusty shit going on. Leave it to the official King Pain to bring some clarity to a dusty situation. And we've got all of the receipts. My. Warrants, police reports, when we've got all of the tea. Eyewitnesses, everything. Yes, it did. Like this video, and remember to share this video. It doesn't cost you a thing to keep it lit with the king. Like this video, gather in close, comment, when. Where the Crown family at? Let me see those crowns in the chat. It's up and stuck here in the home of the lituation. Reality TV star, Sidney Starr Favors. Caught on camera. Charged with sodomy, aggravated assault, amongst other things. She is looking at 20 years to life in prison. You know, a lot of people are debating, innocent until proven guilty. However, according to the police report, Sidney Starr has already admitted to a consensual encounter with the minor. And you guys all know that minors cannot consent. That's part of the reason that she has been arrested. Yes, it did. A lot of people are reporting wrong. A lot of the girls just gossiping. They haven't done any research when. But the police only arrested Sidney Starr after doing an investigation and finding probable cause. And that probable cause would be Sidney Starr confessing, alleging that the sex act, again, was consensual. We've got all of the receipts. Like this video, gather in close. My. Now, everything being shown to you guys during this video is being shown to you guys according to the fair use and copyright doctrine. It's my opinion mixed with receipts. Take it however you want to take it. Just don't be weird. There's a lot of very weird shit going on. Leave it to the official King Pain to bring some clarity. Yes, it did. Like this video, like this video. We've got a lot of things to get into when my. Oh. Oh. So, like I said, there's no debate.
TV stars in the Fulton County Jail
Sidney
accused
Starr
of child sex
definitely
crimes at a Metro Atlanta hotel.
when,
Hapeville police say Sidney Starr,
we've
legally
got all
known
the
as
receipts
Sidney Favors,
right here
was arrested
in-house.
yesterday
Like
at the
this
Embassy
video,
Suites off
like
International
this
Boulevard in Hapeville
video.
near
Now,
the
what is
airport.
going on here?
Warrants
Okay, here we
allege
go.
Favors sexually assaulted the boy.
Why I can't hear it? Why I can't hear it? My.
TV.
Can you guys hear it? I can't hear it. Why I can't hear it? Let me see. Oh, it's on mute. That's why. Like, why is it on mute? Gathering close. We got a lot of things to get into. Everything, again, being shown to you guys during this video is being shown to you guys according to the fair use and copyright doctrine.
TV stars in the Fulton County Jail accused of child sex crimes at a Metro Atlanta hotel. Hapeville police say Sidney Starr, legally known as Sidney Favors, was arrested yesterday at the Embassy Suites off International Boulevard in Hapeville near the airport. Warrants allege Favors sexually assaulted the boy at the hotel and claimed it was consensual.
So according to Sidney Starr again, she claimed that the sex act was consensual, giving the officers probable cause, which led to her arrest and her charges. We've got all of the receipts gathering close.
She is being held without bond, and Favors is a transgender model known for her appearances on several reality shows, including Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta Plastic, and Baddies ATL.
What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Like this video, like this video. So again, we've got a heavy one on today. Sidney Starr, like he said, known from Love and Hip Hop, Baddies, and years of internet fame, was arrested on August 2nd, just the other day, at the Embassy Suites in Hapeville, Georgia. The charges: aggravated child molestation, sexual battery against a child under 16, and sodomy. And gathering close. Upon information and belief, the child was only 13 years old. You know, a lot of people on the internet have been wondering what the child looked like. However, I don't believe that there should have been any confusion. There's no 13-year-olds out there that look grown, you know? And furthermore, like her gay mother, T.S. Madison, said, she should be trying to date up. You know, T.S. Madison alleges that she's in her 40s. She's not looking at anyone in her 20s. So what the hell was Sidney Starr doing with this teenager? My. Like this video, like this video. She is being held without bond, and according to the arrest warrant, she allegedly admitted to performing a sex act on a boy and claimed it was consensual. Today, we're going to take a deep dive. I'm going to let you guys know how the police got involved, what is being alleged, the public reaction, and her family's response to it all. Gather in close when we've got a lot of things to get into. My. You know, there's been a lot of confusion on how the police got there, what had happened when. Yeah. We've got all of the receipts. Gather in close. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Okay, so the police did not just show up randomly, okay? The Hapeville police were called out to the embassy suites near the Atlanta airport after a report of sexual assault involving a juvenile. Officers responded, officers investigated, and only after establishing probable cause did they make an arrest on Sidney Starr. So what they did was they showed up to the hotel, they interviewed the child, they interviewed the family, they interviewed any witnesses, they interviewed Sidney Starr, and after talking to everyone, they determined that they had enough probable cause to arrest Sidney Starr. After all, she confessed. Gather and close. All the people talking about, oh, we're going to wait innocent until proven guilty. This is America. She's very much so guilty. According to the police report, she again alleged that the encounter was consensual, and per Georgia state law, okay, minors cannot consent, okay? And this wasn't like a 16, 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old. This was a 13-year-old pre-teenager, early teens. Allegedly, he was in town for a football conference, and he and his friends were hanging out. He and his friend, correction, it was two of them. And Sidney Starr was following them around the lobby, making googly eyes, small talk. Ultimately, one thing led to another, and she obtained the child's contact by tapping their iPhones together. These iPhones do a lot these days. I got two phones, and whenever I have them together, they start to vibrate and shit. I don't like that shit. I've got to figure out how to turn that shit off. I don't want nobody tapping my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that? Are iPhones even safe anymore? So she tapped the boy's iPhone, and they began to text when. Okay. Upon information and belief, Sidney Starr was staying on the 7th floor. The embassy suites that they were located in only has 7 floors. So upon information and belief, she was staying on the 7th floor, and the child and his family were staying on the 3rd floor. The 3rd or the 5th floor, the reports vary. At the embassy suites, your room key only allows you up to the floor that you're staying on. So if you're staying on the 3rd floor, you can't get up to the 7th floor unless someone from the 7th floor comes down and gets you and allows you up. So allegedly, he was trying to get up to the 7th floor to meet Sidney Starr and didn't have access. So she came down and, they took the elevator up to her room together. When they got in the room, that's where the sex act occurred. During this sexual encounter, at some point, the boy wanted it to stop. I think maybe he discovered that, Sidney Starr is not a biological woman. So the boy attempted to leave, and while he was attempting to leave, Sidney Starr tried to stop him. She was grabbing on his leg, and she was begging him to stay, begging him to finish, even offered him money. According to a witness, she gave him $40. The boy somehow got loose and ran to his family, who ultimately contacted the authorities. Again, like I said, the authorities got there, they did their investigation, and ultimately found that there's probable cause to go ahead and arrest and charge Sidney Starr. Like this video, like this video. Again, the charges are aggravated child molestation, sexual battery against a child under 16, and sodomy. Like this video, like this video. Like this video, like this video. So Sidney Starr was not arrested on a rumor. According to the warrants, investigators say she admitted to performing the oral sex act on a boy at the hotel on Sunday morning and described the encounter again as consensual. Under Georgia law, a minor under 16 cannot legally consent. That distinction alone is why the charges were made and Sidney Starr again was arrested. It, in fact, was not consensual. Sidney Starr is a predator. This is disgusting. And, you know, Sidney Starr is exactly where she should be. Now, this is the alleged sequence of events. Okay, this is where the story gets specific, okay? According to circulating accounts and claims that have spread online, there were, again, 2 teenage boys there at the hotel. Okay, one version of the story says they were in town for a conference or event. Sidney is alleged to have followed the 2 boys inside the embassy suites, exchanged contact information, and eventually took one of the boys up to her room. It is there where the sex act occurred. At some point, according to these same claims, the boy wanted to leave. Sidney is alleged to have attempted to prevent him from leaving. That detail, if proven, would elevate the situation from a pure consent argument into something involving force and restraint. According to a witness, okay, Sidney tried to flip the boy over and top him. Realizing that this is not a woman, the boy was disgusted and attempted to fled, ran to his parents. The parents must have already knew something was going on, in my opinion, because again, there was 2 boys. When the one boy came back alone, I'm sure they were asking, where's your brother? Where's the other boy that you were with? Or, you know, what happened to your friend or whatever? Like, where's he at? You guys were together. Now you're alone. I'm sure either way, when the boy got back, Sidney Starr was cooked, because I definitely would have been wondering where my child hath been. Where'd you disappear to? So the public reaction has been swift and brutal. Social media hath exploded, okay? Comments ranging from pure disgust to I knew it is flooding on every platform. Many people are focusing on the fact that a well-known transgender personality was accused of this. Others are pushing back, saying the case should be judged on the individual and not the identity. This conversation is quickly becoming big, okay? There are a lot of transgendered women who are, you know, just hurt by this, you know. Sidney Starr is a prominent figure in the transgender community, and all she did was give people who feel like all trans women are predatory in nature ammunition to, you know, say just that. My. She's literally given all of the stereotypes and all of the stigma, you know, fuel. And again, the conversation is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger when I wonder if the trans community is going to come together and, you know, bond her out when she gets that bond. Right now, she's being held without bond, but allegedly at her next hearing, her attorneys are anticipating a bond. I don't know. Georgia don't be playing with, okay? Georgia don't be playing, and they, again, have the confession when Sidney Starr may very well spend the rest of her life behind bars. So her close friends and family are speaking out. Sidney's mother, Sidney Favors, spoke to media and said she was shocked. She stated that she cannot believe her daughter would engage in this kind of activity with a minor and that the allegations do not match the person that she knows. My. However, Baddie castmate Judy J came forward and alleged that she's known for some time that Sidney Starr was this way. She has a child porn on her OnlyFans. When? This is all alleged. I don't know. I ain't gonna look when. But according to her Baddie's castmate, all the receipts can be found there. My. What are your thoughts? You guys let me know in the chat. Sidney herself, through a statement, says she unequivocally denies the allegations and intends to vigorously defend herself. all the predators use that line when. I'm starting to think everybody that says that is guilty when. Diddy said that when. Epstein said that when. Everybody, the motherfucker, said that. I unequivocally deny. Anytime a whole reaches for that word unequivocally, that hoe is guilty. That's what I know when, okay? Because, I mean, okay? In my experience, you know what I mean? You guys like this video? Like this video. She also asked that the case not be used to attack the broader transgender community when. The transgender community is distraught when, you know, a lot of transgender women looked up to Sidney Starr for all of the work and accolades. And for her to go and do something like this is just a shock, okay, to the entire community. They feel like, you know, she stabbed them in the back. Zeus Network released a careful distancing statement noting that any older content featuring her does not reflect a current endorsement of the allegations. Let's take a look at that. My. The Zeus Network, Lamar Plumer, the owner of Zeus Network, posted this to his Instagram. He states the Zeus Network is aware of the recent allegations circulating on social media involving Sidney Starr. As a matter of long-standing policy, the Zeus Network does not comment on pending legal matters involving current or former cast members. Like this video, like this video. My. Like this video, like this video. Ugh. He goes on to say, while these allegations remain subject to the appropriate legal processes, the Zeus Network takes matters of this nature seriously and does not condone the conduct alleged in recent reports. Ms. Starr appears in previously produced programming that is currently airing on the Zeus Network. Her appearance in this content does not reflect a position or endorsement by the network regarding the allegations. Man, you know, the Bad Boys reunion just aired with, and, you know, she was promoting this trans baddie show to Natalie Wynn. They were, you know, congratulating her for making her comeback. You know, Natalie said that she was giving her another chance, and the very next day, she, after the show aired, she fucking blew it. So much for a trans baddie world America show tour extravaganza. Sidney Starr and fucked that all up when now you have this new stigma. Well, it's not new, but she's added a face to the stereotype that all trans women are predatory in nature. This is crazy work. This is crazy work. I've seen a lot of trans women, a lot of trans creators making videos crying. They're distraught because this makes the community look bad. Not only the trans community, but the LGBT community. The black community, woman. Don't do that now. Don't do that now. Y'all been accepting letting Sidney Starr in all of these years when you gave her a baddie chain. Don't do that now. Okay? Right now, there's no community that has any sympathy for Sidney Starr. They said she didn't even have no remorse. She didn't show any remorse when she got arrested. I got all of the receipts. We got the perp walk and everything. You guys gather in close. Okay, the Zeus Network remains committed to fostering a professional environment and producing programming that entertains audiences while operating with integrity, accountability, and respect for everyone involved. What are your thoughts, Crown Family? Let me know in the chat with my.
The charges in this story are disturbing, and I just want to say that before we get into it. Reality TV personality Sidney Starr is behind bars in Fulton County, facing severe felony charges involving a minor. Hapeville police arrested the model and television personality whose legal name is Sidney Favors on Sunday at the Embassy Suites on International Boulevard. Police say Favors is charged with sodomy, sexual battery against a child under 16, and aggravated child molestation. Starr, known for her appearances on reality and drama series including Baddies and Empire, remains held in custody at the Fulton County Jail. Investigators confirmed that the case has now been handed over to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office for prosecution, and due to the victim's age, police say that no additional details will be released regarding the case at this time.
My. Like this video. The victim, again, was just 13 years old. It's been alleged that he was walking around in his football uniform. So even via the uniform, she should have known that this was just a child. According to her industry friends, they've tried to told y'all. However, it fell on deaf ears. Sidney Starr was booked to host some reunion that day, and the manager or promoter who booked Sidney Starr for the reunion showed up at the hotel, and she was very surprised. Okay, the day she got arrested, she was supposed to be hosting. She pulled up to pick Sidney Starr up, and instead of Sidney Starr hopping in a black truck, the police were escorting her out, and she was hopping in a police van. She was getting in the back of a paddy wagon. We've got all other receipts. Gathering close.
So folks are obviously looking at a picture that a Fox 5 Atlanta viewer had sent to us from, it looks like, is this one from when she was arrested?
Yes, this is from her arrest.
Shout out to Deneen. Thank you, friend. Like this video, and remember to support. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, PayPal, if you want to donate. The number of the night is 10. Gather in close. Remember to support. The electric chair absolutely win. Girl. My. Like this video. Yes, I absolutely have no sympathy for anyone who would harm a child. This is just terrible. And you know, I was watching a video. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of responses from a lot of women in the trans community. And what I've heard in several videos is, where is, you know, the support for the child? You know, why is no one talking about how this affects the child? What about the children? You know, where is the GoFundMe for the family, for the child? You know, this will be a good time for the trans community to rally together and create some sort of fund to support the family in this time. That's what I think. Let's not talk about it. Let's do it. My. Like this video, gather in close.
On Sunday at the Embassy Suites, we were, one of our viewers sent us this picture and sent us a little bit about the investigation. And so we reached out to Hapeville police after that and got confirmation of her arrest.
Yeah.
My. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Denise said, no excuses whatsoever. Okay, yes, it did. No sympathy. Okay, hey, D'Angelo, how are you, friend? Ski-Loo in the building. How are you, friend? I know, that's right. Where is her chin, though? Lord. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She confessed. That's what the police report say, is it did. Why a child win? Lord, I don't know what's going on in Sidney's head. Okay, teen boys will take down a female no matter how old or what color, but if you're an adult, you should know better. Absolutely win. My. Hapeville, Georgia, right around the Bend, Riverdale, etc. Moral, wow. My. Like this video, gather in close. So this is the part that cuts the deepest where the trans and the LGBT community is, you know, ultimately going to be affected. The stigma, the stereotypes. Sidney case has forced this painful discussion, and like I said, it's only getting greater as the trans community feels attacked. Some voices inside the transgender community have expressed anger and disappointment, saying cases like this hand ammunition to people who already paint transgender individuals as predatory. Others have insisted that one person's alleged actions should never define an entire group. The stereotypes being dragged into the light are ugly yet familiar. The idea that transgender women are secretly predatory towards young men. The claim that it's always the trans ones when these type of stories surface, and the broader fear-based narrative that gender identity is somehow linked to higher rates of sexual offending. Why a lot of heterosexual people don't want the gay community around their kids. Not they scared that their child will become gay, is that they think that you may touch their child. And that's fucked up. Then you got people like Sidney Starr, face of the transgender community, handing them the ammunition to go ahead and push this narrative. Sidney's reported admission that the act was consensual with a minor plays directly into the most damaging versions of those stereotypes. Because under the law, there is no consent. It's a fucking minor. Bitches, you cool? And you know, Georgia is strict as fuck when, you know, you gotta check IDs and some more shit. You should be checking. You should be taking extra steps to verify, okay, status and identity and all of the above before you lay down with somebody. When, you know, they got all kind of diseases and all kind of shit when, okay? You gotta low-key do a background check, especially if you live over there in motherfucking Georgia, shit. Fuck around and get locked up for life on accident. Yeah. Quit playing. Quit playing. Motherfuckers talk about, I think it was an accident. Did the child look? Well, no fucking accident. Ain't no 13-year-old look no motherfucking 40. You cool? What he had, the Benjamin Button shit? Go get your ass up out of here. She guilty as charged. Give me the fucking key. Fuckers you talk about? Fuckers you talk about? Her ass gonna be there for life. Yeah. Now she could try to argue the confession. She could try to argue her Miranda. She could try to argue that, you know, she ain't know. But ultimately, she has already confessed. And who do you think that the jury is going to believe? The police, who came, investigated, and found probable cause? Or Sidney Starr, who's trying to save her ass? Now, all of a sudden, she unequivocally denies the allegations. Why didn't you say that to the police? You told the police it was consensual. People are alleging, oh, how old did he tell her he was? I don't give a fuck what that child said. That motherfucker was not grown, okay, and you should have looked at his identification. My. It's a whole lot of dusty shit going on. Leave it to the official campaign to bring some clarity to a dusty situation. When a public figure like Sidney Starr is associated with the community and is accused of something like this, the fallout lands on people who have nothing to do with the case. The community as a whole is being affected by this horrific and heinous crime. Sodomy. Now, people think that, you know, sodomy means that she, you know, inserted herself into him or inserted something into him. But according to Georgia law, when sodomy can also include fellatio. According to the police report, she put the boy's Peter Weeder in a mouth. Had to change the fan today. Because in this time, okay, the community should rally together, not to protect or defend Sidney, but to create a resource or fund for the family and the child that has been affected. By the children that has been affected. Don't cry now. Let's come up with solutions. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Many in the wider LGBT community are watching carefully. Some are distancing themselves. Others are calling for quieter, more careful conversations about accountability. However, I think we need to be loud, real loud, okay? We need to publicly condemn Sidney Starr and her actions. And again, support the family in this through this traumatic event. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. If you have to ask, it's a no. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. A lot of people believe, again, there should be more conversations surrounding age of consent, education, and the difference between identity and individual criminal behavior. I feel like that's an excuse. No teenager look grown like that. Like, consent education, age of consent education? Why you need age of consent education? Motherfucker not grown, motherfucker not grown. You can't see this as a child? What does a child have that you want? Not even set up or built like a man. A lot of her peers are saying that this must have been something that she's done before. Funky Dineva is slamming Sidney Starr and has publicly denounced his former friend, alleging that if she'd done it to that child, the chances are she's done it before. My. Is she confessing she knew it was a child, or that she wouldn't let him out of the room? Especially if the little boy is walking around in his football uniform. Yeah, she should have known it was a child. So she confessed that it was consensual, and then according to the narrative, she refused to let him leave the room. My. Again, cases like this don't just affect one defendant. They shape public perception, policy argument, and the daily lived experience of people who share an identity, but not the alleged crime. My. Like this video. Gathering close. Remember to support. The number of the day is 10. So Sidney Starr, again, is locked up right now without bond. Her next court date is set for August 25th. The charges are extremely serious. The allegations are still just that, allegations, until proven in court. This is America. However, she's already confessed. But the conversation this has triggered is already happening in real time. So drop your thoughts in the chat and let me know how you feel about Sidney Starr being arrested and these horrific charges. My. Like this video where I have some receipts here that I want to share with you. Okay, so Sidney Starr was booked. Okay, we'll get into it. She was supposed to be hosting some reunion for industry girls, some reality show. I ain't never heard heard of it. I never heard of it, weird. However, they were being real messy on her time. But a lot of people feel as though she was set up weird. But how you set up somebody to sleep with a minor? Like, girl, at some point, okay, people are gonna have to wake the fuck up. Sidney Starr is a grown ass individual, okay, who ultimately made a very, very piss poor decision. And now is going to pay the consequence. Yes, it did. Suffer the consequence. My. Like this video, gather in close. So the woman who booked Sidney Starr to come out, she posted clips because, again, she was there to pick Sidney Starr up and take her to the reunion, and Sidney Starr, again, was being arrested. Tasha K interviewed her on her platform. We have some clips when as well. And just like I stated, like, there was, two boys hanging out, football convention, Sidney Starr lusting over these children, followed them around, and ultimately convinced one to go up to her room. My. So here are the receipts. Let me pull out some receipts, okay?
Sidney Starr, a fucking molester.
Oh, shit.
Sidney Starr, a fucking molester. They got Sidney Starr, y'all, sexually assaulting a fucking 13-year-old at a hotel.
My. What are your thoughts? Let me know it in the chat.
Sidney Starr, a fucking molester. They got Sidney Starr, y'all, sexually assaulting a fucking 13-year-old at a hotel.
13. My. According to Eyewitness, the boy was 13. She also spoke to the family and also did an interview on Tasha K. I have all of the receipts.
This type of investigation usually is not resolved.
No, misleading information has been put out when people reporting different ages. But according to my own research, which is what I follow, the boy was 13. Now, if you have any receipts proving otherwise, I'd be glad to take a look. But according to Hapeville police, they're not going to be putting out any additional information about the case because it does, in fact, involve a minor. But yeah, gathering close.
This type of investigation usually is not resolved quickly, and I know that it's stressful, and I'm sorry that this has interrupted y'all's life. This type of investigation usually is not resolved quickly, and I know that it's stressful, and I'm sorry that this has interrupted y'all's life. I'm interested in doing it thoroughly so that justice can be served properly.
Yeah.
So I appreciate, again, your patience, and I appreciate your understanding in that process. I really do. It makes my job easier, and it's going to make for the best outcome in the end.
And hopefully more of this.
Hopefully what? Girl, I want the full length video. Where can I find it?
Usually is not resolved quickly, and I know that it's stressful, and I'm sorry that this has interrupted y'all's life. I'm interested in doing it thoroughly so that justice can be served properly.
Yeah.
So I appreciate, again, your patience, and I appreciate your understanding in that process. I really do. It makes my job.
Girl, please. I couldn't be the parent. I couldn't be the parent because I'd be distraught with. I'd be going crazy. I'd be mad at everybody. Well, hell no. I'm suing the police. I'm suing the hotel. I'm suing myself, bitch. How could this ever happen when, girl? I probably wouldn't even be able to breathe when I'd be over there crying so hard when police would have take my ass in, bitch. I would have been fucked around and beat Sidney Starr ass in the motherfucking lobby in the handcuffs, bitch. As they was walking her ass out, I would have just, bam, bitch. Is you okay? Bitch, I would have ran up and just karate kicked that hoe. Bitch, is you cool? In handcuffs, bitch. You taking me to jail right along with her ass. Bitch, is y'all cool? I promise, there's no way I'm sitting back with my phone recording Sidney Starr walking out with, like, part of this is a little strange when, you know what I'm saying? But, girl, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me with. I told you, the way that Sidney Starr would have flew across that motherfucking lobby, bitch. Okay, I'm not, girl, please. Girl, please. Hell no. Hell no. Hold on, let me see. So the lady, she was in the hotel lobby. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. She was in the hotel lobby, and that's how she got this picture right here of Sidney Starr. She was in the hotel lobby waiting for them to walk her out after sexually assaulting the 13-year-old boy. It's the perp walk right here. My. They said that she showed no remorse. She wasn't crying. She didn't look upset. What are your thoughts? Denise said, yes, I would have been so mad. Yes, King, I would have had to pop Sidney a good one knockout punch. Okay, don't be very young. You ain't just about to walk past me after you done fucking put your hands on my child, bitch, please. I don't give a fuck who's standing around. I don't give a fuck about no camera. I don't give a fuck around no police. Well, bitch, I'm about to bollywop your ass, bitch. You definitely, you ain't gonna, that wig ain't making it with you. That big wig is not making it to the motherfucker police station. Is you cool? They made her take this shit off in the buckshot anyway. Give me that. Yes, it did. Sell this online, bitch. Give me some money. Let me stop. Okay, let me stop. It's not funny. Okay? Yes, it did. But we've got all of the receipts right here. Now let's take a look at what happened in court. She had a court on yesterday when I have the court action right here. Let's see what happened when. What to say? What to say? What they talking about in court? Let me see. Damn. Go away. Leave me alone. Let me see. Okay, the court read these files. The court read these constitutional rights to the defendant. The accused defendant, Sidney Favors, was arrested on August 2nd, 2026. The crimes enumerated in Superior Court case number 26P. Good. What is that? 006064. Good. I don't know, girl. Y'all have to screenshot that and zoom in. Hold on. Like this video, gather and close, act like you know where you at. What did I say, girl? 1 second, bear with me. Girl, what they said? Gotta zoom in on that shit. Girl, quit playing. Okay, what they said? Okay. Ooh, it's right here. All right, it's saying, okay, 26PI006064 and appeared before John DeFore II today where the following occurred. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. And if you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint an attorney for you at no cost to you and your family. The court found probable cause exists to detain the defendant for the crimes enumerated the above referenced case. My. Again, the court found probable cause exists to detain the defendant for the crimes enumerated in the above referenced case. The issue of bond was argued by counsel. The court set total bond amount of bond deferred to Superior Court, so there is currently no bond. The defendant was served in open court with the state's petition to revoke the defendant's existing probation, and a warrant for the defendant's arrest was signed. Who texted me? You guys remember to like this video and support this video. The number of the day is 10. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, however you want to do it. Yeah, I think that Perez Hilton, Roland Martin, all that shit. We're going to get into all of it when. I'm going to do a dedicated video to all of it when. We're going to stay on these people next when. Yes, it is. We're going to stay on next. Okay. Remember to like this video and support. Back to the receipts. It says Attorney Keeley, whose telephone number is, woo wop bam. It's right there. Okay. Don't be weird. Was appointed to represent the defendant. Okay, so she has an attorney already. Okay. The defendant's case will be placed on the pre-indictment status calendar. The following may occur at the pre-indictment status calendar for defendants who remain incarcerated in the Fulton County Jail. Bond consideration or preliminary hearings may be held. The calendar will be held as follows. Okay. August 25th, 2026 is the next court date. The time is to be determined, and it will be in room 1B. The court verified the address of the defendant. Okay. The first appearance was, that's not for this video. Okay. If the defendant's address changes, the defendant shall provide notice of an address change in writing, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it was signed by Judge DeFore, the second, and it says defendant waived appearance. So the defendant wasn't even in court. My. Apparently too embarrassed. My. What are your thoughts when? Let me know it in the chat. Girl. Tasha K did an interview with the eyewitness. When I have the receipts right here, let's check out what was said. Now, I went on TikTok. You guys make sure that you guys follow me on TikTok when the story first broke, and I told everybody what happened when, and the girls tried to say, oh, that's not what happened. That's not, what, is being alleged. The police ain't said that yet when. But this is what I do. Okay? This is what the fuck I do. I did the research. I scoured the internet when I found eyewitnesses, people that were at the hotel, people speaking out when, and before it was made public, I made it public when. Go and check my TikTok when. Yes, it did. I already said all of it. I had already noted, had already put it out. Okay, and the girls acting like I didn't know what I was talking about when. Only for the eyewitness to come forward and say exactly what the fuck I didn't say it when. Like, I'm so sick of these hoes. Yes, it did. Y'all like this video? Like this video. Gathering close. Remember to support. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, PayPal, however you want to done it. Yes, it did. Just know that we can't do it without your support. You know that, right? Gathering close. Let me see what my friend Tasha K and them was over there talking about. Okay, let's see what they was over there talking about. Well, I gotta, no, I ain't gotta done that. I ain't gotta done that at all. I ain't doing that. Hold on. Is you cool? Boop. Okay.
Nothing. I called back. The detectives was there. The security guard that confirmed it. She got arrested for trying to molest a 13-year-old boy allegedly. So today I talked to the little boy's sister. We spoke for like an hour and I got the full story because she was like, "You're the one that booked her." I was like, "Yeah." The little boy, you know, he was a football star. I think he was in town for something for a football conference and they was just at the hotel. And Sidney just was, you know, really like brushing up on him. But as a 13-year-old boy, they didn't know that was a man. They thought that she was just flirting with them. You get what I'm saying? Like a woman. And she took them back up to her room, allegedly.
Who is them?
He took the little boy, the 13-year-old boy.
Okay.
Arch star. That's when Sidney made her pass at him. They end up fighting in the room, you know, he's trying to get out of there because he was uncomfortable. And he said that when they was fighting, you know, Sidney was grabbing him before he went out there, like, "Look, don't tell nobody, I'll pay you." Slid him $40. Slid the little 13.
This is the woman who recorded the videos in the lobby. She's also the woman who booked Sidney Starr to host the reunion. She was there to pick up Sidney. However, Sidney was, again, being put in the back of the paddy wagon. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, leave it to Tasha K. Leave it to Tasha K. Salute to Skilo. Thank you so much for your support, friend. Gather in close. It's up and it's stuck here in the home of the lituation. My. Yeah, Issa. Listen to this. $40, girl.
Boy, $40. The detectives have that $40 too. And yeah, so that's the story.
Not that detectives have that $40 too, where my. Is everybody blaming her or alleging that this is her karma for what she did to Chingy? Somebody said, "Chingy, look at karma. He ended your career off a lie he told on you. Now just had a deal with Zeus and it's gone because he tried to SA. Have him oral and all. I never liked Sidney ever since he played with Chingy livelihood and he lied and career still ain't take off. Shaking my head." Somebody said they really need to pass a law on these men pretending to be women's. Lord, girl, you gonna get canceled, girl. Somebody said, so they booked that person with aggravated molestation and sodomy that carries a 25-year minimum sentence of allegedly and trying to molest. That's a lie. Why that person confessed to giving the boy oral then? Child, please, you can't save Sidney Starr. It's over with. Yeah, I don't know why the girl's trying to save Sidney when, girl. This a mess. This mess with, okay, she guilty. Okay, she didn't confess when. That's what the police said. Well, what are your thoughts? Y'all let me know in the chat. 13, yeah, it's 13. I don't know why the people keep on reporting different ages like it make it better. 14, 15, 16. I don't give a fuck. He can be whatever fucking age you want him to be when he's still a child. Okay? He's still a child. Shit. Motherfuckers act like they was there. Like they was in the lobby with their phone out. You don't know. She was there in the lobby. Girl, she said, "Oh, I ain't gonna get my money back for booking her this whole. I'm gonna get my money somehow, some way." Okay, she been going viral from her clips and her interviews. She done like 3, 4, 5 interviews since Sidney Starr has been arrested with. And that's why the girls are, trying to, come up with some kind of conspiracy to save Sidney's ass and to somehow evade this stigma that, have been following the community round when, and, it's over with, y'all. Go and check the report. She confessed. The police found probable cause and showed all the receipts when, like, what else do you need when? Sidney Starr is looking at 20 years to life. She's going to spend the rest of her life behind bars. My. Somebody said, if you talk to the boy or family, how is it allegedly? My. People use allegedly, to avoid lawsuits and things. Somebody said, I bet Sidney was paid $40 to be with him. when he realized she was a man, that's when she tried to give him the $40 back. Where were his guardians? Not the boy attempted to pay for it. Lord, my. Oh, my. What are your thoughts? You guys let me know in the chat. Well, let me see what else Tasha K got over here. My. What a mess. What a mess. What are your thoughts? You guys let me know in the chat. I don't even think we finished that.
The day of the reunion, we got the black truck waiting on her. No one's calling. She's not answering. And then I called her manager. And her manager is like, oh, Sidney's here in handcuffs. But he wouldn't tell me nothing. I called back. The detectives was there. The security guard that confirmed it. She got arrested for trying to molest a 13-year-old boy allegedly. So today, I talked to the little boy's sister. We spoke for like an hour, and I got the full story because she was like, "You're the one that booked her." I was like, "Yeah." The little boy, he was a football star. I think he was in town for something for a football conference, and they was just at the hotel. And Sidney just was, really like brushing up on him. But as a 13-year-old boy, they didn't know that was a man. They thought that she was just flirting with him. You get what I'm saying? Like a woman. And she took them back up to her room, allegedly.
Who is them?
He took the little boy, the 13-year-old boy.
Okay.
Arch star. That's when Sidney made her pass at him. They end up fighting in the room, he's trying to get out of there because he was uncomfortable. And he said that when they was fighting, Sidney was grabbing him before he went out there like, look, don't tell nobody, I'll pay you. Slid him $40. Slid the little 13 boy $40. The detectives have that $40 too. And so that's the story.
Okay.
My. Oh. It's a whole lot of Dusty shit going on. Leave it to the official campaign to bring some clarity to a Dusty situation. Oh, you guys can watch that full interview, the full interview on TashaKLive.com. Win. My. Shout out to my girl, Tasha K. Win. She always getting them exclusives win, okay? Yes, it did. My. Ooh. So here's another clip shared to Tasha K's Instagram.
Yeah, she did something to the boy. Like she gave, I know the family said they was, she didn't want to be getting no names, but she did try to she gave the little boy oral.
It's a mess.
Oral sex or whatever. And then when she tried to take it for the penetration, I think that's when the little boy started.
She tried to take it from him? Lord. Yes, if you guys are enjoying the content, please support the channel. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, PayPal. Have you want to done it? The number of the day is 10. Oh my goodness.
Started feeling uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And they started to like tussle and fight, and he went to tell his family.
Did he start tussling because he found out that it was a man, or?
What I think.
All right, Rhino.
They did a rape kit on a little boy as well.
My. They did a rape kit. Lord.
Yeah, she did something to the boy. Like she gave, I know the family said they was, she didn't want to be getting no names, but she gave the little boy oral sex or whatever. And then when she tried to take it for the penetration, I think that's when the little boy started feeling uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And they started to like tussle and fight, and he went to tell his family.
Did he start tussling because he found out that it was a man, or?
What I think.
All right, Rhinos.
My. Yeah, that's the word on the curve. My. Yeah, a complete mess. A complete mess, Win. My. Shout out to Tasha K. Shout out to Tasha K getting all of the tea, Win. Okay? Ooh. Only person that had more tea than me. Only person got more tea than me. Lord, like this video, gather in close with. Let me see what else
You're
going on over
charging
there.
him directly with sodomy.
They did a rape kit on a little boy as well.
My. Ooh. So according to eyewitness, Sidney Starr showed no remorse when they are going to throw the book at Sidney Starr.
They got Sidney Starr, y'all.
They literally are going to make an example out of Sidney Starr.
Sexually assaulting a 13-year-old at a hotel.
And she said Sidney didn't have no remorse on her face. She wasn't crying. She was just looking like, oops, I got caught. That's what the sister said. Like, and it made me feel bad, but in a sense, I feel good because if I didn't book her, we couldn't stop this.
All right.
Now do you see why people are saying that they feel as though she may have been set up? She said if we didn't book her, we wouldn't have been able to stop this. It makes me feel kind of good. Brr? You guys let me know what your thoughts in the chat.
Sidney Starr, a fucking molester. They got Sidney Starr, y'all. Sexually assaulting a 13-year-old at a hotel.
And she said Sidney didn't have no remorse on her face. She wasn't crying. She was just looking like, oops, I got caught. That's what the sister said. Like, and it made me feel bad, but in a sense, I feel good because if I didn't book her, we couldn't stop this.
All right.
What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Somebody said, I can't even begin to imagine how the child felt when it was coming at him with tits and a penis, probably looking crazy with a deep voice, maybe being aggressive and molesting that child. I hope those men in jail, you already know. My. Somebody said, what exactly did what did they book him to do? My. Lord. This lady is lying. The little boy didn't even have a sister there. LOL. All these videos have been sent to her. Lord. Mama, how you know, Rashad? How you know, Rashad? My. Somebody said, this is what happens when you lack basic education and common decency. This is flat out gross and embarrassing. God help us. Please. Please. Girl, black people don't fact check. We said this is not the first time. He just got caught this time. Right when. I would have to agree. Somebody said, so why are y'all not reporting this? TMZ, y'all talk about everything else. These men trying to be women need to be stopped on period. My. Why is people calling this man a she? He literally has a zick and can burst nerds. Lord. If you're not saying this is wrong, you are one of them that fuck, especially in that community. What? My. Again, this is an individual situation and not a whole a community-wide situation. Okay, however, I believe that the community should, again, denounce this type of behavior and create some sort of support group or, GoFundMe to support the child and its family. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I've never agreed with Sidney Starr, her antics, when she's always been, an embarrassment to the community, if you ask me. And this is just, the icing on the cake. This one definitely takes it, takes the cake. Absolutely. Well, I mean, that's what they said she was trying to do, take the cake. Well, she definitely did that. And the community as a whole is embarrassed, disgusted, shamed, fucking terrible. Terrible. It's the worst fucking thing that you could ever fucking do is to harm a child. That's what the fuck Sidney did. Admitted to it and showed no remorse or sympathy for what she did. My. Somebody said TMZ not reporting on this. I wonder why. Somebody said, "Oh wow, I hope all these new updates about a trans woman is getting us closer to our girl. Go sit your ass down somewhere." I hate sharing the word her. We need some other pronouns. Okay. I mean, I think so too. My. Tomorrow is not promised. Get right with Jesus today. Repent, put your faith in him, and don't wait for another day that may never come. My. And then this is the industry girl people that she was supposed to be hosting for. Let's take a look at that. Can y'all see that? Oh, y'all can. So she was supposed to be doing this little reunion right here for Tronics. Where's she at? She right here on the flyer. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, why didn't pull up the flyer? Girl, I ain't signing in, logging into none of that. Is they cool? Well, y'all see her. She's supposed to be hosting this reunion thing. Um, let me see. Ain't nothing pulling up. Okay, let me pull it up in a different browser. Like this video, like this video where. So she was supposed to be hosting this reunion thing for Industry Girl. You guys can see that's that lady right there on the flyer that is speaking to Tasha. Okay, let me see. And her following jumped up significantly since her Tasha K interview because when I looked on here earlier, she had 2,000 followers and now she's at nearly 7,000. Lord. Lord, like this video, gather in close win, okay? She over there getting that Tasha K stimuli win, girl. Let me find out when. Tasha! Share my shit. Share my shit, Tasha. Share my shit. Okay? Now she done blew up like that win, girl. Now she done
Got a
blew up like
video
that
of
win, girl. Let me see. Now she done blew up win like that, girl. Baby, do your big one. We ain't playing that. Girl, we ain't playing that. Girl. We ain't playing that, girl. So they could come up over here and take my money. Girls, they cool. Hold on one second. Girl. I saved it over here somewhere. Unless they took it down when. Okay, here we go. Oh no, that's it. Hell no, we ain't playing that. I ain't playing none of these. I ain't playing none of it when they changed that. Is that the fly I had earlier? I ain't playing none of that. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. Oh, there we go. I think that's the fly right there that I see. What? So yeah, she was booked to host this Industry Girl Season 1 reunion. Let me show it to you. And here is the post that was on her page. Industry Girl Reunion, hosted by Sidney Starr. Not the car say, shh, girl, quiet on the creek. My. Somebody said, will this be happening anymore? And, they ultimately continued the show. They found another host last minute and was able to continue with the filming of the reunion without Sidney Starr. One monkey don't stop no show. So they definitely, went on about their business. My. Let me me see. So we about to wrap things up here. When we done went through the receipts, when I done told y'all what had happened, when, um, and if there's any, updates or developments, we will be right back here in the home of the lituation with any updates. When next on the docket, I believe we have Roland Martin. That story. What else we got? When we got a few different stories on the docket. Nolan Wales is on the docket. When Perez Hilton is on the docket. When we got a lot of stuff on the docket. When the manatee is on the docket. When we got new receipts on the manatee. The black tea sector is always on my docket. It's at the top of the docket. And they're mad about it. Yes, it did. They're mad about it. We got a lot of new things going on. You guys know we got the Lituation Network, the studio, the shows coming out, everything. I've been so busy as of late. Booked and busy when definitely follow me on all platforms. We're gonna start doing some IRL streams on Kick. So if you're not following me on Kick already, you're missing out. When we're gonna be doing like streaming from the studio sessions, and all of that on TikTok and Instagram, and we are going to be doing interviews and dropping reels and stuff from the TV network on the Lituation Network YouTube. And I got some interviews and stuff coming up for Chasing LA, Chasing Reality right here on the Official King Payne channel. So I have a lot of things going on. I need you guys to make sure that you guys are subscribed with all of your notifications turned on so that you guys don't miss a thing right here in the home of the Lituation. And remember to support this video and all of the content, man, and know that we can't do it without your support. Special shout out to everyone that has contributed to this video, when I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We need all of the support that we can get. Remember to share this video out. When we need to spread the word. When let's not talk about it. Let's do it. Again, I see a lot of, trans advocates calling for support of the child. When let's not talk. Let's do. What do you suggest exactly? I feel like it is a way to try to diminish the serious conversation that ultimately needs to be had. This is not a trans issue. It's a Sidney issue. And unfortunately, it has gone unchecked for way too long. Like her former associate, Funky Dineva, said, if she did this with this minor, she most likely have done it before. And ultimately, she's right where she needs to be. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Shout out to the replay gang. Gang, 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 gang. Remember to support this video. When. Yeah, this is not a LGBT issue. This is a Sidney issue. Until next time, Crown family, I love you all with the love of Jesus. Thank you so much for coming out to the show. Support on the way out, and know that we can't do it without you. Adios and good night. Talk to you guys all real soon. I know.